Okay, I'm gonna do a little voiceover for this segment because I'm not making any fucking sense. This is me returning to a property that I've filmed, I believe, around about 3 times in the past. Uh, this property is a large farm with a bunch of barns, and a couple little houses, a tiny little house. And I had been to this place about a year ago, and I think about 11 months ago, almost a year ago, the last time I recorded here. And that building you just saw that it collapsed, that used to be completely, intact. Um, Something knocked it down. I don't know if somebody knocked, like a new owner knocked it down because they plan on knocking everything down here and putting some crap here. But that building I caught on video. I'll share some screenshots here. It used to have all these. It had a bunch of like really dirty pictures and some pervert drew on. Oh yeah, in this area, I found a bunch of negatives and family photos. But in that building, somebody wrote like "I love penis" or like "I like jacking off" or something stupid like that, and they left it in there. This little building here, we had been in multiple times. I left a clown doll in there. All right, so look at the way how everything's kind of scooped apart, or like what the fuck? Notice the way everything looks like it's been scooped aside. Somebody's been through here and like just pushed everything aside. And there was a car there, and they were like herding sheep or goats. Excuse me. They had like a dog and sheep, and they're eating the field. I'm not sure if somebody bought this property and is planning to do something with it. I really hope it isn't the case that they're like, oh, a couple of these buildings are still able to be used. We're gonna knock down all the screwed up ones like this one I'm in currently, and we're just gonna build new stuff atop it, which would suck because this property rocks. Yeah, and here, that's like a closet. The room beside it, I didn't know that little room I just kind of showed a little bit. That's actually a shower. Saw that right there, the burlap sack on that stick. I left that there because I want to scare off some folks. But it's still there after like a year. Oh, that barn's barely changed. I've been wanting to look at this for such a long time. That little thing there, I described it as a fusion core the first time I went there from Fallout. But I don't know what the hell it is. It looks like a salt and pepper shaker. I think I end up checking it out here. I think I can stop this voiceover now. I think I'm going to start making sense in the video and not sound like a schizophrenic. How like something could deteriorate to this extent. She's stuck? They took the tricycle, and also looks like, I don't know. There used to be a couple of things in here too. A tricycle, the lawnmower's still here. Remember there's a couple tools still left behind, but they're all gone. A lot of junkies and homeless folks visited this place and tore it up. And they made it look like an absolute trash pit. Oh, and I showed outside through that window on the little patch of woods. Somebody's cleared all of the fucking, like, the brush. So yeah, 100%. There's somebody here trying to fix this place up or do something with it. I'm not exactly too sure. I'm hoping and praying that the next time I come to this place that all these buildings are still around. Though I can't guarantee. Oh, there's a little surprise in this video actually. First time we ever saw this. Keep in mind, once again, oh yeah, here's me showing off that little thing I left behind. So again, this goofy little sack. Nobody's moved it. Nobody has moved it since the amount of time I left it there. I put a clown right there. Somebody took that though. It's gone now. This house is old, by the way. It's from like the early 1900s. There's the garage. There's like a weird. Yeah, this is the garage. I'm guessing they parked their cars in there. And hopefully I show off some of these other little areas. I thought there was an attic, and I was like, I wonder if I can get a selfie stick and stick it up there like a tripod or some shit. That's the closet. I didn't really want to go in there because it looked too dingy, and just look at that. Ugh. Ugh. Got a rope. Somebody hung themselves in there. This is actually a shower. And that little weird thing has been there since the first time I went there. Very odd. The picture, I don't know what the hell it is. Yeah, this is a shower, very small shower. This whole house is small. You can tell it's probably like a guest house for like farm workers. It has like animal cages, and he's a bunch of frogs in there. This little spot's been kind of messed around with. Yeah, those shoes are still there. I was trying to get the drawer open, but I don't know. Bunch of windows too. Somebody took out a bunch of windows from a certain place. It's just really odd. So yeah, there's somebody trying to screw around with this property. I don't know if they bought it, but yeah, I don't know. It sucks. Here I am in the garage. Oh yeah, that's been there ever since. Oh, meat hook. What else? I don't know. I think I can stop. It's still lived in. But I think these buildings are still dilapidated even back then. I think they just owned the property once they're dilapidated. I don't like what I was talking about here. I've said this so many times. It's like I'm obsessed with it. Yeah, look, somebody's having a party here. A little Christmas tree and everything. Back when I was a bit younger, I visited this place. We visited this place. Me and a couple family members accidentally stumbled upon this place back in 2015. So this area used to be a lot more heavily forested, more like woodsy, and you know it was a dense forested area. Some scumbags from the city came by and cut it all down to claiming that there was like some scumbags from the city claimed they wanted to help the environment by, oh yeah, look, that's new. All this has been cleared and they put up new gates. Yeah, they're using this property. Look, they cut down like a bunch of trees and shit over there. They're reusing certain portions. And look, over here, I'll talk about what I was talking about later. Right there, what the hell is that? See, they're reusing this damn property. Look, they're getting hay over there. Yeah, I really hope they're not going to fucking knock down these buildings. This place is in need of protection, you know? Not in need of junkies coming by and tearing the place up. Anyways, as I was saying, oh yeah, here I was. Not yet. There's a truck driving around there, herding the sheep. And there's also like a bulldozer for some reason, and we were hiding from him in a few minutes. I think we're about to hide from him because they start like coming by. Yeah, I think right here. Oh, this place has been left untouched. Look, there's an old lampshade right there. What the fuck they call it? Gas. This place is... So we walked through this place back in 2015. We were just stumbling through the woods, and we actually found our way in here. And somebody was still living here, actually. It's like they were living... look at that. That's weird. They were living in this property that had a bunch of abandoned buildings in it. Look, there's still hay in there. Isn't that trippy? They were living in a property that had a bunch of abandoned buildings in it. And all these buildings were the buildings that were abandoned. And we actually walked through, and I remember... It was like, oh, don't walk through here. There might be snakes. My folks said, but no. So some folks from the city came by and cleared all the woods, claiming, you know, they're using their false morality, being like, oh, we're helping out the environment by placing a road here. No, you just knocked down a bunch of like 2,000-year-old trees that were gorgeous. You know, fuck is wrong with you? That fan fell down. That fan used to be on the ceiling. I don't know why it fell, but it did fall. That doll was there last time too. A bunch of people came by and dumped a bunch of shit, and that doll was dumped off in the barn for some reason. Look at that. Yeah, I want to stick a tripod or a selfie stick up there too. All right, I think I'm gonna. Where am I going off to? I think. I really hope they don't take down every building out here. We're gonna have to check Pickles for ticks when we get home. By the way, she is going through thick and thin. Remember this area? 50/50 is the old like cleaning crap from like 2007. It's gone now. There's a cinder block over here I was saying some stupid shit about. It's all gone now. I think they took down some of these trees. I'm gonna have to look at the old video, the original video I filmed, but that little patch of land that's all empty now, I believe had a couple trees and some shrubs and like other crap there, but it looks like they cleared it all out. This place is one of the coolest looking buildings because the original owners who owned it wrote a bunch of crap all over the walls that dates all the way back to like the 80s and the 90s, and they were just like keeping stock of all their equipment and all this other bullshit. And it's super light right here. What's that all about? 1992, huh? Something written by there. Yeah, that's pretty cool. November 1990. Something. By the way, sorry I'm doing 1997. I think that's it. Sorry I'm doing this voiceover. It's just that I barely make any fucking sense in this video. I don't know what the hell I was on. I was not in the right mind state. 1988, I think it says up there. Yeah. This place has barely changed, you know. yeah, just through this bamboo forest, you guys will see that there's a whole nother property hidden inside of the bamboo. I'm guessing it was kept. What the fuck am I trying to say? I'm guessing that the bamboo was at least like, taken care of, but as soon as they abandoned the place, it just became fucking overgrown, and now it's just a forest of bamboo, and it grew all over the fucking like the property. Yeah, some Japanese guy commented on my video. Oh yeah, there's a refrigerator that wasn't there before. Some Japanese guy. Oh, so look at the cement. Yeah, that's all clear. Look at the cement thingies right there. There's probably a bigger portion of this building at some point. Some Japanese guy commented on my video when I was going through the bamboo, because me and Adam are saying bamboo all funny like, and he was like, "Don't make fun of the Chinese." I'm like, "What? Dude, you're... What?" I was confused. I was like, "Dude, you're not even Chinese. You're fucking Nihon, You're fucking Japanese. What do you want about?" I think he's just fucking around. Oh yeah, look. This was hidden in the bamboo. We had been here 3 to 4 times. We had never... No, technically 5 times, counting that time we went, like 10 years ago. 10? Yeah, like 10 years ago. We've never seen this. This is old. This has been untouched probably for a very long time. The bamboo was hiding it from us. The bamboo was hiding it from everybody, even the junkies. So they weren't able to find it. So this place has probably been left untouched for a good maybe like 20 years, something crazy like that. And now, just now that they're cutting it all down, all the shrubs, that we're able to see it. I really hope they don't take all these buildings down though, because that would be a damn shame. Because look, these are old buildings, They're old buildings. And they deserve to be respected. They don't deserve to be torn. Oh yeah, look at that. Somebody wrote some crap there. Pino was here. Ricky was here. Ricky LaFleur. Yeah, all the carpet was pulled up here. Yeah, the windows are still here. Super old windows. These are historical buildings, They shouldn't be torn down. They should be just left alone. It's better the natural elements destroy it than human beings, Oh yeah, some of these bottles are pretty damn old. Well, something. Yeah, I couldn't find a date, but, it looked like an old bottle of ale. I should have checked the dates. There's also a colored television, like, box right there, which is pretty cool. Lucky fuckers. Right there. That's old. That's old. Old Pepsi and some other bullshit there. I don't know how old that crap was. This place very well could have modern things in it from, like, a couple years ago, maybe even a decade ago, but I didn't really check. Whenever I'm holding a camera and I'm filming in an abandoned place, I don't fully absorb the... Oh yeah, old light switch. I don't fully absorb the location, That's why I like to sometimes film and then explore. All right, this thing is weird too. It looks like a fold-out table. I like to film and then explore without the camera. So I do it twice. There's a calculator right there. Pretty odd. I film with the camera whilst exploring, and then I put the camera down and I explore a second time so I can absorb it. Look, there's another building right there. So if I didn't have the camera, I'd probably be able to read out whatever the fuck's on there on the old bullshit. Whatever the hell I'm trying to say. See if I can find a date. But yeah, here I believe we're trying to find our way out of this place to get to the other buildings. Look at that's old, dude. That's older than fucking anybody living in this area. Look, they left their dishes in the fucking sink. It's nutty as shit. Like an old tap. Yeah. But yeah, like some old sausages and shit. I don't know what the hell that's all about. Yeah, look at that. They you can tell the place is old because they didn't want to tear up the walls to wire the place up, so they put the wires onto the walls themselves. They wired the place externally, which is really odd. I don't know how safe that is, but I guess it works, It's a nice little old house, though. I mean, I bet it was nice to live in back when it was still upkept, but, now it's just left to rot. It's falling apart. I really hope the folks that were driving around herding those sheep aren't going to come by and get their little bulldozer and knock this place down, and by the time I come back, it's gone. Oh, yeah, there's a screen door. The door was ripped off its hinges and placed right next to the door frame. But, no, I really hope the next time I come by, this place is still going to be here, because, once again, these buildings should be respected. They shouldn't just be torn down like they're trash. They're not trash. This is history we're staring at. You should just leave them alone. just don't touch them, you know? Hell, it'd be nice if they put a bunch of chicken wire and like plywood over the windows and the doors, keep the box sealed inside, or sealed it, you know, sealed off from the public so that nobody can sneak in, because, you know, it'd be better than knocking it down. It'd be better just to completely seal it off and have nobody come inside so you can only just stare at it. But, of course, some people just don't give a fuck. And it really sucks. Because you should give a fuck, you know? This is history we're looking at. It'd be like going to the Taj Mahal or something and be like, that's an old piece of shit. Let's knock it down. You know, it's one of those types of things. That's kind of a random location to pick, but it's the best way to look at it. Here is an odd, it's almost like a living quarters for like an assistant farmer. I don't know if there's like a specific word for that. There's a bunch of weird cement and stuff up here. Like there's a bigger building here. Very odd. I'm not sure what that was all about. It's kind of cool. I might show some screenshots on Google Maps. You can find this place on Google Maps, and it still had people working on the property. Oh yeah, here's the steps to this place. This place actually went inside. My mom was like, "Don't go in there. It looks unsafe," which it was completely unsafe. It was like a huge beehive. Really creepy place. Felt really spooky going in there, but I went in. But so this place, I might link the older video. But this place. You could find it off of a trail that used to be a road like 5 years ago. It used to be part of the River Road, the South River Road. They used to link up to the River Road that goes to Clarksburg and a bunch of other places. Look at her, she's a little monkey rat climbing underneath the fucking house. But they ripped up all the asphalt and made it into a big walking trail, and now nobody can drive on there. It was only recent, which is kind of trippy. But this place, I'm guessing the folks used to drive to their house off that road, but as soon as that road was torn up, they couldn't get to their house anymore, so they were like, okay, we're just going to move. And this is what they left behind. Of course, these buildings were most likely already... Look, there's an old soda bottle. Oh, yeah! I could have swore something was on the fucking ceiling was about to drop down on me. That's why I came out so crazily. It felt like the whole damn place is going to collapse on me. It started creaking. I was like, huh! Oh yeah, they nailed that old tin cans and sealed up mouse holes. And that's what that is, I'm guessing. But no, I felt like the whole place was gonna collapse on me, so I fucking scrambled out. I was like a little drawer there. Isn't that weird? But yeah, this is what they left behind. I don't know. Could be. Let's check it out. I feel like I'm a scent. I know. I would imagine. Oh, look, it's probably a well in here. There's a water heater. I would imagine. Oh yeah, nuh-uh. That is. I'm gonna have to split this into multiple parts. My device doesn't have enough storage to edit all these clips. So toodaloo. Hopefully I don't fall into that old well.